Hello, YouTube. This is Abe's wife coming to you today to continue the documentation of my weight loss surgery journey. I am very proud and happy to say today that I am 5 days post-op. 5 days post-op. I had my surgery on December the 10th, 2012, and I'll be 1 week post-op tomorrow. Now, does that really mean 5 days? That sounds more like 6 days, doesn't it? Anyway, tomorrow will be 1 week post-op. Uh, Everything went very well with the surgery. It was just like clockwork. I got there about 6 o'clock. They had me prepped and ready to go by 7:30 a.m. And the last thing I remember was the doctors putting something in my IV, I guess, to make me go to sleep. And the next thing I remember was they were telling me to take deep breaths so that I could wake up. I was in recovery. Um, and it wasn't long after that before they moved me to my room. Um, of course, I had gathered a whole lot of information from YouTube and Facebook, other people who have gone through this weight loss surgery. So in my mind, I was thinking about all the things that I needed to do. And one of the things that, hang on a second, I want to turn the TV off. Hold on. Okay, that's better. Let me also, I'm trying to figure where is the best place for me to do these videos. Last time I was very particular. I didn't really want to have this camera shoot up at me because you see this? I don't like this. That double chin. Although I have to admit that it's much softer than it used to be. But maybe today it'll be okay to show it because I expect that to disappear. I want that gone. So that'll be a non-scale victory. Hopefully I'll be able to do exercises or whatnot to get that tightened up. Anyway, where was I? I of course spent a lot of time on YouTube, Facebook, gathering information from other people who have had this experience. And so there were some things planted in my mind. First of all, I knew that I needed to walk. And based on what my surgeon had said to me, um, I was planning to walk after, I think I was supposed to be 4 hours after the surgery. I don't know what time it was the surgery was actually over with. I guess I calculated maybe it took them to 9 o'clock, and if I spent 2 hours in recovery, that would be 11, so 12, 1, maybe 2 o'clock I would be up walking. That's what I was thinking. Um, I wasn't trying to drive the numbers per se. I assumed that they were professionals, and in fact, it was very, very professional place. But what happened was that just laying flat on my back, that just got to be difficult. I don't remember being able to adjust myself in the bed comfortably, and I wanted to get up, really, so that I could reposition myself in the bed. And so it wasn't long as I was watching the clock between naps that I said to them, I need to get up and walk. So the young lady said to me, well, you can only, we plan to get you up at, I think it was 3:30. So I said, okay. And just made up in my mind that this discomfort that I was having with my back, that I could handle it for probably another hour is what it was. And, I slept off and on, but again, at about probably 3 o'clock or a quarter after 3, somewhere in there, I told her it's time for me to get up. And so they did. They actually got me up just a little bit early. But I was able to get up, was able to stand up. I didn't have any dizziness, no lightheadedness, any of that. Was able to walk. I walked out of my room and down the hall a little piece, not very far, turned around and came back and got into bed. Actually, I think at that point I sat in the recliner for a little while, which was actually more comfortable than the bed. So that worked well. Um, Again, the staff there was terrific. You know, they were very kind, gentle. They weren't pushy, which could play in the opposite direction because they weren't pushy. I mean, I knew what I needed to do. But what if I hadn't known? I don't know that they would have said, okay, you need to get up and walk. You need to drink your water. I mean, they didn't have to tell me to do any of that. But on the other hand, I guess they knew that I had gone through the weight loss, weight management classes. I guess they knew that I had gone to the pre-surgery class, so I guess they felt like I should have known what to do, and in fact I did, and that worked out very well for me. I stayed 2 nights in the hospital, and I was very, very glad to be home and uh, to be able to get in my own bed and go to sleep. That was my greatest desire. I mean, that hospital bed, I did not like it. Just couldn't get it adjusted right. My first week here at home, I've been on clear liquids. I've been drinking my protein. I've been drinking broth, water. I've eaten some Jello. Not a big Jello fan. I do have sugar-free popsicles in the freezer, although I haven't eaten those either. But in the hospital, they gave me Ungary protein, which I've never had before. Usually, I have the Centrax Matrix, which I love, the cookies and cream version. And I also bought the Centrax Nectar. Now I'm drinking Fuzzy Navel. And I've been trying some other things because I have to drive about 40 miles to the vitamin shop to pick those up. So I was hoping to find something local, either here in Walgreens or Walmart, that I could get, in a pinch. And so I also bought Body Fortress, and all of those I like. They worked well. But the Undry I also liked. I mean, it was in pre measured pack. I had the chocolate, I had the strawberry sorbet, and I went on ordering an extra one so I could bring it home, which was unflavored. And so one of those days when I needed to drink a beef broth and also needed to get my protein in, I heated up that beef broth. I had a meat thermometer that I could measure the temperature of the liquid. Made sure that it was less than 130 degrees. Poured it in there, and it was good. It was like drinking au jus, or gravy or something. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So that made me go out and actually buy some Undry protein. I went and bought the unflavored version, and then I also purchased the sample packs so that I could try all of their flavors and just kind of get an idea, a feel for whether that's something I'm gonna want to buy in the future. One of the things that I wasn't prepared for was the medicines. The medicines I was sitting home with. I have Carafate, which is like Pepto Bismol. Um, I have to take it an hour before meals and at bedtime. It kind of coats my stomach. When I looked it up, it's used for people who have ulcers, so I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, I have had surgery. My stomach needs to heal. I don't know what it does, but it coats the stomach. Um, I also have Coumadin, which is the blood thinner, Protronix, which I believe is also another ulcer type medicine, which I take once a day, and Reglan, which is supposed to help with nausea, that full feeling that you get. Maybe might even be an acid for all I know. But I've been taking those pretty faithfully, and my pain meds have been is Percocet. And at this point, I've kind of backed off of those quite a bit. Um, I might take one before I go to bed at night, just so I'll go to sleep and sleep, get some rest. But for the most part, during the day, I'm not taking any pain medicines. And as a matter of fact, I may just switch over to Tylenol here in just a little bit. I'm feeling really, really good. Feeling so good that yesterday, which was Saturday morning, I got up and went walking. I decided that I needed to go walk. And so I got up and it just seemed almost really like a chore getting dressed. Oh, just, having to put clothes on, but I did it and I was determined to do it. And just decided to walk around the block in my neighborhood and just put one foot in front of the other. Um, not, I wasn't in a race, wasn't trying to get back by a certain time, but my goal was to walk the block. And it was a good walk. One of the things that I've had during this experience, I think, is getting in touch with my body and trying to feel what it feels. And so I felt like, by the time I got near the end of that walk, my legs was like, okay, all right, fat cells, y'all been laying around here now. It's time for you to get busy. We got to burn you for some fuel. And I could actually feel my body heating up. And mind you, I wasn't in a race. I was just, like I said, putting one foot in front of the other. And it felt really good. And it worked in my favor because when I got back home, I'd been drinking uh, protein drinks and liquids. Hadn't had much, honestly, of a bowel movement. I mean, I know that's gross, but this is a part of the weight loss surgery. Um, uh, uh, Things that we have to discuss, and if you want to know, then I'm gonna tell you. When I got back home and got comfortable again, I think just the movement and the gravity made things move in the right direction. It was quite a relief for me. And then it just energized me. I mean, after that, I was energized all day long. I went upstairs and started looking at some of the clothes that I have that are in smaller sizes and trying on my jackets. I hadn't tried on any of the skirts yet, but just kind of lined up some things that I want to be able to wear in the next couple of weeks. I believe it's going to happen. So that was fun. Actually, later on that day, my brother-in-law came over and helped me make fruit cakes. I had energy to do that. And in the end, I wanted to cook dinner for my husband. He's been really, really good about this, coming home and, finding himself something to eat while I'm drinking my protein drink. And I wanted him to come home and have a meal. So I was able to cook dinner for him and after all of that. And it's working out well. The only issue I've had really is some stomach discomfort in the evening, and I'm kind of an analyzer, so I'm always looking to see what is it that's causing this problem, that's creating this problem. And I kind of think that after drinking my protein drink, there might be some gas associated with that. And especially in the evening, I'm probably not as mobile as I am during the day. So when after I drink that protein drink and I'm just sitting there, I think there must be some gas buildup, and that's what causes my discomfort in the evening. So one of the things that I thought I would do is, first of all, I need to drink that evening protein maybe a little bit earlier in the day, not necessarily just before time for me to go to bed, which is too late anyway. The other thing is that I've been so gung ho about trying to make sure I had my protein and making sure that I was hydrated, that I had all my fluids in, that I think maybe my protein drinks actually have too much fluid in them. So today I measured 1 cup of water rather than just pouring it in my big tall glass that my sister bought me and just sipping on that. I want to get the protein in, and I don't want to have to hurt myself to do it. So I actually measured 1 cup of water so that I won't have to have that excess fluid trying to get the protein in. I think that's been working against me a little bit. Well, this has been fun. I appreciate you all following my journey. I plan to do another video here in just a little bit about some other things that I've been thinking of feeling. So hopefully you will take a look at that one as well. And have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.